What's up everyone, RyFX here, and welcome to my review of the Hot Toys Avengers Age of Ultron Hawkeye. This is the MMS 289. And on the front of the box we have Jeremy Renner, aka Hawkeye, in a purple hue with the Marvel Avengers Age of Ultron in chrome and the big Avengers A. Now when we turn it to the side of the box, we see more of Hawkeye's arm and bow, and we see Hawkeye in chrome, as well as MMS 289 1/6 scale collectible figure. Now when we turn it to the back of the box, we're left with the Avengers A, as well as a purple background. On the bottom, we're left with the credits and everyone who went into making this figure possible, as well as the warning labels to not choke on your Hawkeye. Now when we turn it to this side of the box, we're just left with a little bit of the front of the box, but we get this Avengers symbol. What they do on each Avengers box, they put each Avengers symbol, so if you have them stacked side by side, it keeps better organization. It looks pretty cool. Now on the top of the box, we just see Hawkeye, MMS 289 1/6 scale collectible figure, and on the bottom of the box we have Marvel Avengers Age of Ultron. Now when we pull up the slip cover, we have a window display to the Hawkeye, which I don't have in there right now, and around the box we pretty much have the same thing, just now in black and purple. Now we get several accessories with the Hawkeye figure. We get a quiver that can hold 12 long arrows, 8 short arrows, an outside short arrow, and then we get a long arrow for Hawkeye to hold, a 9 arrow shot, a pair of sunglasses, 2 extra wrist pegs, 4 different arrow holding hands, a relaxed hand, and a bow holding hand. Then he has a bow with the string on it, and then he has a foldable bow. He has several different arrow tips, and he comes with a Avengers stand. Now here's a close-up look at the bow. It has like this carbon fiber purple finish on it. Looks really nice. Now here's the folded bow. Same thing as the other bow, just folded without the string. Now here's the 9 arrow shot that we see him use in the movie to shoot 9 arrows at once. Includes a pair of sunglasses, which I'm glad they included since he doesn't wear these in the movie, but the first one. Now here's his arrow holding hands. You're supposed to stick his arrows in between his fingers of each one, and each of them has a nice amount of detail. They all look really distinct from each one. Now here's his right relaxed hand. It's really not meant to hold anything. Now here's his long arrow that you could switch out the tips with, and it's meant to pose with the Hawkeye figure that you use with those 3 arrow holding hands. Now here's all the different arrow tips that you could switch out with that long arrow. The quiver here has a lot of detail on it, and it's meant to hold all these arrows in it, and all you have to do is just slide down to his back. It's pretty simple how it works, and the way you put the arrows in it, you just split the quiver apart and you just place each arrows in there. Instead of on the first one you had to slide each arrow in, and it was pretty tedious. Now here's the Hawkeye stand. I'm loving that they're making all the Avengers with the same stand, so they're all matching. Now here's the Hawkeye figure. Hot Toys did an amazing job with the likeness of Jeremy Renner. It looks just like him. Just like the first one was the best of probably the Hot Toys Avengers line, I have a feeling this one's probably going to be at the top of the Avengers Age of Ultron line. They just got Jeremy Renner's likeness just 100%. Every angle just looks like Jeremy Renner, and the costume is just beautiful. I'm loving the costume. It looks a lot better than the original, and the head sculpt is actually even more detailed than the original. They did an amazing job with this figure. The amount of detail, the quiver, the bow, everything just screams quality. On his boots he has detachable arrowheads that connect to his boots. They are magnetic. Now let's do some head articulation. You can move down to there. You can move up to there. His head moves pretty well. And up to there. And side to side. And he could do a full 360. Now he can move his shoulder up to there. He is kind of hindered by his suit, and his elbow could be straight out there. And shoulder moving forward, and elbow move to there. And when you move his shoulder back, he could move to there. It's pretty hindered by the suit as far as that goes. Now there's not much ab crunch. There's a little bit, but not too much, which is unfortunate. As far as leg articulation, goes up to there and back to there. And you can't do the splits too much. It's pretty hindered by the suit. As far as knee articulation, he could bend pretty well at the knee. And he has no ankle articulation, which for an archer, he should have ankle articulation. It's unfortunate that they didn't put that in this figure, but they put it in like the Hot Toys Star-Lord, which I'm not sure why they didn't put that into this figure. Even though he lacks ankle articulation, they pretty much did everything right with this figure, just like they did with the first one. They got the likeness of Jeremy Renner right, and it was nice of them to include those sunglasses that he wasn't featured into the movie. I prefer to have him with the sunglasses. I just think he looks cooler. And the level of detail that they just put into this thing was absolutely incredible. He just looks amazing. I have the other Avengers as well. Captain America, Black Widow, and this one, which is the only three that have come out for Avengers Age of Ultron. And I have to say that this one is the best out of those three, followed by Captain America. So if you were to get any Avengers so far, you have to go with Hawkeye first, if you have not already purchased the other two. So I'm really enjoying this figure. I think he's highly worth it for $220. Yes, it has these figures have gone up to $220. Quite crazy, but I guess that's supply and demand, so they are raising the prices of these. At least it's not a full-on gouge on some of the figures. Like the original Avengers line, they pretty much heightened the prices pretty high during that time. And for this, it's kind of the norm. So for $220, I highly recommend them to y'all. So that's my review on the Hot Toys Avengers Age of Ultron Hawkeye. This is the MMS 289. I hope you enjoyed the review, and hopefully I'll catch y'all next time. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
If you enjoyed that video, please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. You have 5 seconds to comply. 4, 3, 2, 1.